So I think I was sent out of the house over 2-3 times. Mota mandamade one and a yala. Mama, yeah. Wrong. I think I almost drank poison one time. You know, my mom didn't know about it. Yeah. I was, when you were young, they're like, oh, when you drink Odazoa, it kills and stuff like that. Yeah, I drank Odazoa. Neighbors coming through, if people are quarreling in a house, before, even now, you see everyone coming to the house to watch, to listen. So being in that environment while my parents were always into argument, into fights, and to be honest, this is something that traumatized me, and then a lot of people don't know about it, and this is my first time being open up about it, because I feel like at some point one need to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I am still not even thinking about anything that has to do with marriage is because of what I've been through when I was young. I'm scared of my kids going through that. You know what I'm saying? Seeing your parents fighting each and every time, every now and then, it's horrible. There are people that will help you, but where are them people at? Because it's like more of everyone that wants to help you wants a piece of you as a woman. You know what I'm saying? And for me, from how I involved myself in a label which wasted my time, the owner of the label joined me at the studio when I was recording my part in one of their artist songs. So he asked me to play him one of my songs, which I did, you know what I'm saying? But you know how labels are, they know how to wrap you up and sweet words and all of them things, 6 months. This and this is what we're supposed to do. Okay, so now let's do that. After that is done, and then I see some changes on myself and my career, then I would have signed. You know what I'm saying? So the more we started working, the more we become more close relationship-wise, more of like a brother, because I always see him as a brother. But, anytime, my best friend, I'll be like, babe, I think, this guy's not treating me right. I think I'll be complaining to my best friend more. Just one day when I called him because I needed money, nigga was like, he didn't pick up the call. And then later, he called me and said, Lina, why are you calling my phone? Bro, he was like, why are you calling my phone? Buma fucking a call, why more cheap, man? And this is someone, like me and you, the way our relationship is. Yeah. Understand, man, I respect everybody. Yeah, I know that he has problems with dealing with his wife towards me because the wife doesn't want him to work with me, which I understand. When it comes to the industry, you will not want your husband to be working with a girl, probably a girl like me. I needed you to show me assurance. That's how he said it. I need a picture of you and a video of you. You know what I'm saying? This is someone, like I said, I see as a brother. So
a picture, which kind of picture?
Like, if I say a picture of you, that's like first of all, I didn't understand what you mean by a picture of me, because you already have pictures of me as photo shoot pictures. He was like, I need a picture of you and then I need a video of you. I was like, okay. He says, you know what I mean? For assurance. When he said for assurance was when I knew what he meant. But I said, because I still wanted to know, I asked him, what kind of pictures are you talking about? He said, a nude picture and a nude video for assurance. But the promoters that are in charge of these are the people that I don't really mess with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't get along with them. Like, for example, you want to put me on a show and you want to pay me like $3,000. I'm sorry for that word, but what? You know what I'm saying? One of the promoters don't even know me. I think me and him, we never talked, So, they don't talk as much as I'm call Ki Hamud Bobam. The mom promoter, Ki Hamud Bobam, what did you say? I said, yes, she doesn't know herself. I tried to reach out to her, but she didn't respond.
Hello to all the viewers that are watching this show right now. This is Lura, the ultimate boss in the building. Birung, today on the show, I'm going to have my sister, my beautiful sister, that I've been holding down with since day one. I call her my day one. Yeah. My day one colleague. Yeah. My day one nigga. Yeah, Lady Lina in the building. Lady Lina, Miss, Namuma Dara. Miss, what's going on?
Yes.
You can, what's good or is it
what's
good?
Going on?
What's going on?
Too good to be true.
Too good to be true.
Yeah.
One of the finest reggae dancehall artists in the building.
Yeah.
Lady Lina, Yo, I welcome you on the Ultimate Podcast right now.
Thank you so much for having me, bro. It's been a while. You
Yeah,
know.
man.
You've already held me down a long time ago, since
Yeah,
2015,
talk is
you
skip,
know.
bro. Talk is skip.
Yeah, man. So it's been a pleasure to be here, you know, next to you. And
Mashallah. So how are we gonna do the podcast? Like, more about jahas pahas la.
my jahas bahas lah, man.
Yeah, because for ila audience all, because nowadays you're mixing everything up.
Mandinga kawan den suwa kawan. Yeah, I'm suwa kawan my back, but battery lah.
No, Mandinga kaw fan tebe trailer. So more about mix up the Patua and the Mandinga kaw. You know,
Yeah.
we just mix up that.
Yeah.
Because you are versatile.
Thank you so
Lady
much.
Lina,
Yeah.
so good, man.
Thank you.
First of all, man la feel like each today. Man la feel like each Me and Lady Lina, what time you know, you kind of little bit slim. But
Yeah.
saying, you know, aboko le saying kodo flow
I think I am growing, and then what I am eating.
Yeah.
I think walang bepara kibaya fanamba cake and wala.
Yeah. Now you're a big girl.
Yeah, I'm a big guy.
Yeah, mashallah. Ni mol ko Lady Lina, jamalon Lady Lina.
First of all, Lady Lina is just a simple girl, you know, a hardworking, outgoing, and first of all, the only girl of her mom, you know, that trying to make a difference in her life and for her family and for the community at large and for Gambia. Yeah, Lady Lina is just a girl that loves doing what she loves doing and love people that love her the same way, like controversial stuff sometimes. Things are hard on Lady Lina sometimes, but she still maintain her image.
Yeah, Lady Lina, we are going to talk a lot about you.
Right.
Passionately, career-wise, you know, mindset-wise, mentality,
Right.
spirituality.
Yeah.
You understand? We are going to talk a lot. First of all, you know, the culture on the podcast is like, we have to start from your beginnings, which is very important for you and for your fans. You know, Lady Lina wulota mundale.
Lady Lina was born in Brikama, you know, born and brought up in Brikama, Gida. Yeah, and then I just come around this end, that Burfoot Heights, you know, a few years ago. A couple of years ago.
Yeah, how is your educational background?
Yeah, Lady Lina is a well-educated person, I say to myself, because I have graduated, and then from graduation I have studied office package to diploma level, then I did networking, and then I did the course of German, which I am doing now. Yeah.
Mashallah. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's talk about your gully time, gully time,
Yeah.
young age time. You know, how was your life in Brikama, like growing up in Brikama as a young girl, you know?
Yeah, it's really tough because, you know, for me, that's why most of the time, you know, before I used to dress like a guy and stuff like that, because I am more of surrounded by people that are just, like Brikama is let's say it's a small Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And growing up as a woman, it's hard, most especially doing the music. It's like people always see the negative side of you, and then they will never see you for who you are as your talent, but they will always try to comment some bad comments and stuff. So, which for me, I dress like a guy at first, because for my image, I see it as covering my body more. You get it? Because when you are wearing guys' clothes, it's more of like comfortable, and it's more of like protecting your body. And then for the society, always judging and misleading people that are showcasing their talent, most especially female, because there's less opportunities for us. It was very challenging for me, because like I was scared.
You are scared in a sense?
I was definitely scared because, scared of being out there, scared of putting my music out there, because most of the people that are surrounding you when it comes to this music thing will always want to take advantage of you. And man, let me just say, yala mama arf, because I always tell people that, you know, I feel like man yala mama yar. You know what I'm saying? Because since I started music, I was very young. I could have been exploited. I could have been, you know, into negative stuff, and then because people still say I am into drugs and stuff like that, which is not me. You know what I'm saying? If you know me, you will know that I'm a person that I don't even like people smoking next to me. You get me? But I had all kind of negativity. I had that even people saying I'm a lesbian and stuff. Some saying that, oh, Lina have baptized to Christianity and stuff. Anybody close to me, hamna ne man I don't play with my Julie. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I don't owe people that. I don't owe people an explanation or anything that has to do with my personal life because no one wanted def manak yala la. You know what I'm saying? So when I was young, trying to do music, whatever I think about, I make sure I think about God. Not even my parents, not even my family, but God. I'll be like, God is watching me. If I have to do this, God is watching me. So I'm more scared of the consequences from God's side than
the people,
yeah,
the humans in themselves.
Now,
yeah, like, Lina, we're gonna revise a little back. Yeah, we are gonna come on forward to that conversation.
Right.
I'm not gonna cut off that, but then, you know, me personally, I really want to learn about your childhood, like from your 8 age to 15 years, because of most of this inspiration, most of this talent and skill, it's groomed within those ages of your life.
Right.
I don't know whether you understand. Now, within those ages, how were you living with your parents then, you know, in Brikama? Let's talk about that nature of that living, you know, those days, you know.
Yeah, for me, my childhood time, sometimes I feel like I don't want to talk about it because of what I've been through, you know, at a young age. And then my parents, how music came to me is what I'm trying to explain to you. It was more of a living in a violence house. You know what I'm saying? Parents fighting every day. You as a young child, you're watching that. Neighbors coming through, you know, if people are quarreling in a house, before, even now, you see everyone coming to the house to watch, to listen. So being in that environment while my parents were always into argument, into fights, and to be honest, this is something that traumatized me, and then a lot of people don't know about it, and this is my first time being open up about it because I feel like at some point one need to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I am still not even thinking about anything that has to do with marriage is because of what I've been through when I was young. I'm scared of my kids going through that.
I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing your parents fighting each and every time, every now and then, it's horrible. And all the neighbors,
how
all the
old
neighbors.
were you by then?
I could say
was it that?
The age that I remember, I could say is around 10 to 11. Do you understand? So at the age of 12 was when my parents, divorced.
At that early age, you could remember right now. You could remember everything.
I could remember everything because I am my mom's first child and I have 2 little siblings. So, like I said, this is my first time opening up about it because, it's something that I went through alone. I know everyone have a story, but this is something that I deal with mentally every time, even though my parents never knew about it. And then when my parents divorced in the age of 12, and then I was going to school, that was around my grade 3, and then that was when I started doing music. And I don't know how the music came about, but I know I love listening to music. I love miming music. And whenever I'm in class, during break time, those that are my schoolmates during that time could detect to that, During break time, I was standing in front of the class, singing and stuff. So it's like more of a motivation because when my parents divorced, I was living with my mom, So before my mom came to get me, she left me at my father's house, So I was maltreated by my stepmom. Everyone, it's not hard, it's not that easy to live with a stepmom sometimes.
Yeah,
not all
crazy.
Stepmoms.
So the only peace you have is when you have your
when I go to school
and have headphones on your ears listening to music.
When I go to school, we play music during break time and then we do miming and stuff, That's the only time I feel free. Then when I'm coming home, it's always my heart beating fast. What am I meeting home today? Because let's talk about my stepmom using violence words on me, calling me all kind of names, making sure that I do all the house chores, which I don't have a problem with before I go to school. So I will be late before I get to school. And when I get to school as a counselor, because I was a very smart kid at school, so I was always a prefect or something. So whenever I get to the gate, I will have the biggest punishment because guess what? As a prefect, you lead by example, right? You're not supposed to come too late. So you're not supposed to come late to school, and then being late at school every time, I always have my punishment. I will be beaten severely before I get to the school. And I think it was just one night when my mom came to get me because the neighbors were talking about how my
you were
stepmom was.
treated there.
And because I have to do, when I come from school too, I have to do all the house choices before I bath my little brothers. It's already late, so they had to talk to my mom. My mom had to come get us, and when my mom get us, I thought things would be better. I thought life was gonna be better because I'm living with my mom. But I think my mom also went through some things which I don't know about, and then sometimes she will look at us, and mostly me as the elderly child, she will look at me, and every little thing for my little brothers, that whenever they make mistakes, wrongs, the pain is gonna come to me. I will face the punishment, which I see as a normal thing, but then sometimes it's too much that it will make me think about what do I do? How do I get here? Where have I
this punishment?
Yeah, where have I gone wrong? I think I almost drank poison one time. My mom didn't know about it. Yeah, I was. When you were young, they're like, oh, when you drink Odozoel, it kills and stuff like that. Yeah, I drank Odozoel. It do nothing to me, but I think I was just sick for some days, but I feel better. Yeah, I did. I tried to take my own life at some point because of how things were going.
Oh, I'm sorry, my sister.
It's all right. I think God was telling me it's not yet your
So
time.
did you ever talk to your mom about that? Or did she knew about the other several you drank?
She never did.
She never knew about the other several you drank?
So let's say more of our mothers never pay attention to their kids, what they are going through. They never ask you what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's the society that most of us are born in. Our parents don't talk to their kids to know what's really going on with them, So I think I was sent out of the house over 2-3 times. Mota mandamade wana na yala. Moma ya. Mota, I always said, come, alalenda kulu, God made me this way because the time I was on the street, I was very young, you know what I'm saying? I was exposed to the street at a very young age. You know what I'm saying? So I could have been explored, but, you
managed to get over everything that comes to you.
Yeah, sometimes, when I will be scared to get home because I'm scared that there is a punishment for me at home, you know what I'm saying? More especially when I go for a show that I know, if I get home, I'll get some beatings. I'll be like, no, I have to go and sleep at one of my friends because...
Yeah, that was the early age of your career.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about you coming into music, did you start it?
So it was more of me, at the primary school, I said it was more of me miming and writing poems.
What were the songs you normally listen to then,
those Nigerian actor, what's the name again? Okwa,
yeah.
Yeah. Where he said, know me when I'm poor, not to when I'm rich. We claim the residency. Yeah, those songs and Susanna. You don't love me again. Yeah, those songs were the songs that inspire me into music and coming to this guy's song again. What's the name again? Oh, I forgot his name. Fighting out to them, but the woman of my war.
Mighty Joe. Mighty Joe.
Yeah, I used to love those songs a lot, But Mighty Joe, I think his song was not one of my inspiration, but it was one of my favorite songs. But then it was not the exact time when I started music. The time I started music was one of those Susanna songs and stuff like that inspired me to do more of writings and, writing how I felt. I couldn't remember the first songs I wrote anyways because, my first time being on stage was just like, artists visited my father's village and I was there.
Okay.
Gochol, Akiponcho, and then you have Almaska, and then you have, I think, Benjamin too, So Gochol was the one that said, oh, we need one person from the village to come and sing. So I went for a weekend at my father's village, Then it was Tobeski, I think. So Ganyo Pusmo. Maneka, the small girl in front of the crowd, and then I was just watching and admiring what they're doing. And my cousin sister, Salience to her FOS in Spain.
That was the girl that used to come with in the studio the time I was.
No, that was my friend Sibi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you can continue.
Yeah, so my mama pushed and then I was all of a sudden I was just in front of everyone. And then they was like, come here. And then Gochol gave me a mic, and then they put out any beat, and the way I flow on it, me, myself, I couldn't tell you how that comes about, because, I mean, it's something that comes to me naturally. So since then I was like, people are telling me, you could be a good singer, you have a good voice and stuff like that. Yeah, that was how it comes about. And then during my school, Bottrop Junior School, then they used to have this miming and singing competition, and then I used to sing with piano. I don't play the piano, but one of my friends does play piano.
Yeah, play it for you. Then you sing.
Then
you sing along. Yeah, mashallah. Then I could remember the time you started recording with me. Then you were kind of a dancer artist. Then how did the vibe came to you like a dancer? Then
Yeah,
switching from writing songs to a dancehall artist.
Yeah, because I remember I started with more of slow jam songs, you know what I'm saying, and then more of R&Bs. But then all of a sudden, I think the Brikama hood in me pull out the dancehall, attitude in me. I couldn't say how the dancehall came about, but I know that it was all about being grown up in a society whereby it's more of like a hood.
Reggae and dancehall.
Yeah, reggae and dancehall, and Brikama is known for that, So that's how I came into dancehall, and then I don't know, my first song. You did my first song for me.
I did your first song, The baddest girl. I don't know.
Baddest Jigen. You couldn't even remember when you did the whole thing.
Yeah, the baddest Jigen. It was a nice one. I can feel the vibe from you from the beginning, and even the, Patois has, dancehall has a language and it has a swag. It has a vibe too, and the vibe was in you since in the beginning. That is like you said it. You from Brikama. That groomed you a lot on bringing that kind of vibe from your voice and style. Later on, I can see you been in the business for so many years. But then after having a song with me, we did the video. But then you later on hide out.
Right.
You've been hiding out. I don't know. What was the problem?
So when I was with you, when you recorded 2 songs for me. Broke It Up.
Yeah, Broke It Up, yeah. That one too bad.
Yeah,
that one too bad.
And then Baddest Jigen and stuff. So, then I was going to school, right? So I was just sitting one day, and my mom called me and said, yo, you have to come to the house. I said, okay, because I was studying at Busumbala, That was where I was leaving to get closer to the school, so I'll be going for study classes and stuff. And then the transportation and every now and then was too expensive. So my mom called me that she needed me at the house, I said, okay. And then I was into Sofanyama. It was like a music group where there is Musa Fili and rest of the people, So my mom said, well, your uncle called me and said he doesn't want you to do music, And I think my mom said in a way that my uncle was angry and, being aggressive. And I said to her that I'm not leaving music, because this is something that is like, it's part of me already. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that is an artist that's into music will know what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that you just wake up and said, or someone said you have to leave this, then you'd leave it. Music is not like that. If it is part of you, it's like a process. You can't just get up one day and say, I'm not doing music. Even if you say today I'm not doing music, you're going to come back to it. Because it's like a whole process, So she said to me, uncle, I'm a music okay, and now I'm left your music okay. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom, she's so much into family stuff and she respects her brothers so much. And she said, Ni man ila uncle me la man ntela mbembole ta dunia for like. You know how
things get
society and our parents that in a local society, how they
discriminate some certain things,
so it was like that. I think that day I cried the whole day. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say, so I had to call my auntie, that's my uncle's wife, and try to explain to her. Because when it comes to my academic performance, my music has not affected my performance. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to stay silent and quiet at that point, because it was not just about my uncle. It was just about my mom and the words she said. You know what I'm saying? I'm already without a father. Let's say my father, since my parents get divorced, I can't say I know anything about him anymore. He doesn't check up on us and everything. So having that one single parent in your life, you know what I'm saying, and having to lose that person too because of what you're doing, it's going to be another trauma for me, which I don't want to go through. So I had to just make a distance because I know at some point in my life, I will come back and nobody's going to stop me. Not my mom, not my uncle, not anybody. Only God can stop me from doing what I want to do. And I think I have come to that stage that I am only going to be focusing on myself.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who the person is. You know, as long as what I'm doing is making me happy and is putting food on my table, then anyone that goes against it, then that's
Mashallah, mashallah. You're talking sense, Lady Lina.
Thank you.
And I really love the way you're opening up on the podcast too, you know. Let's talk about your connection with Benjamin in Brikama.
Yeah, that I think it started with me doing Miss Benjamin, and that's where I represented him. Then they used to is it GMC or GMB? Something like that. It's just a
GMB promotion, yeah.
GMB promotion, Chris Black. They used to have this competition annually. So each artist have your own miss. So I was lucky to represent Benjamin. Yeah. And that was how the connection came. And then Kumuna helped me, the wife. She helped me throughout the whole process, and then I became the winner, and which was amazing. And then he came to the competition, and he loved and appreciated me representing him. And then I think after the competition, we even had a party that I had to wear my dress with my crown to go there. It was really appreciative. And then Ben is someone that always encouraged me in whatever I'm doing.
Then we can see that I can learn from you that since you've started doing music, things have not been easy with you, Lina. You know, like you said, you know, I can be a witness with that. You've been up and down, until now. Like, it's still kind of sticky with your career. I know that the talent is in you. And normally, even when you produce videos or you produce songs, when you upload them on YouTube, going through the comment section, you can see the love and you can see the motivational words that the people put on your visuals and your songs. You know, everybody is complaining the same thing, like he needs help, he needs promotion. Why is people not promoting this talent raw, you know? Let's talk about the process, the process of, growing and being that professional artist, recording songs, now writing lyrics, going, tours, going, performing on shows, confidentially. I want to start with the first song that was making waves then, Namu Madara. It was a popular song that was all over TikTok, and people loved the song.
Right.
You've been releasing songs, but I think so that was the first song that people rated on, like to be an artist. Like people rapping the song all over. Let's talk about the process. Before the song, you were doing a couple of reggae dancehall songs. And listening to that song, Namu Madara, is a different vibe, featuring Kabi. Now, let's talk about the process of the song. How did it came about?
So there's one of a guy that I know is a good friend of mine that linked me with an uncle. I call him Uncle Jame. And then Uncle Jame happened to be a good friend of my mom. And then, he was like, there's this artist I know in Casamas. And then he showed me all the details of the artist. And then he's pretty amazing. His stage performance is amazing and stuff. I was like, I would love to have a collab. He said, okay, I'll call him. And then that's how we get to link up. And then when I spoke to him, I think I was in Dakar, he was up on up. He was like, select a day and I'll come to Gambia. So he came to Gambia. I sent him the beat and I sent him the hook. You know what I'm saying? So he said when he come to the studio, he will do his verse. I said, okay, just for him to understand the concept of the song. So when he came, I think when I get back to Gambia, I spoke to my uncle, shout outs to Uncle Boy. He supported my career a lot. And then, I spoke to him about it. Within 4 days, he got them our apartment, and then he paid Anne. I think I called Anne within 2 days. And
you first called me.
I did. I forgot.
You first called me on the Namu Madara. You sent me the song. We talked about it, but I don't know. I told you that I was going to Senegal.
Right.
Yeah. Then I know it's when you called Anne.
Yeah, so
to do
I
the
link
visual.
up Anne for the visuals, and then within 2 days he delivered, and Kabi came to Gambia, and then we did the song on the first day. I think we shoot the second day and the third day. So that was how the song came about, and then he went back. It was just 4 days thing, and then he went back.
Okay, but there were rumors that you were dating with Kabi.
Rumors are always available, and then for me, I don't think I am gonna clear any rumors. You know,
So it seems like
I like rumors for myself. Like, it's good, but then Gambians, I think they should just get used to being artists connecting on a song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But don't see it as somehow okay, I think they're dating, but which is good.
But people could see you and Kabi in Casamas all over Senegal.
Yeah, of course, I go for his shows when he have concerts over there.
Yeah.
I go and attend it, and then to be honest, I get public over there. And then now, even without he inviting me when there's a concert over there, they invite me. So.
Yeah, I was to ask you about that because the collaboration you did with Kabi, groom you a lot in Senegal, in Casamas. Normally on your status, on IG, I normally follow up your status. Like I could see the follow up you have there when you come there on shows. And
most of my even TikTok followers are all Senegalese.
Mashallah. Mashallah. So the song, how can you say the song? What did the song bring for you?
I think it makes me gain more public and then more attention, more especially on Senegal. And because Namulo Dara, Songbo Mota, in fact, I have an interview at Vibe Radio, TFM. There's TV. Yeah, it was because of that show that I went for that song, that I went for all those interviews and
Mashallah.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the vibe. Now we could see that when you released that song, it was kind of an Afro fusion, Afro pop.
Right.
Then there is a style that you grab on that song. Then now you live in that style, coming back to dancehall. Let's talk about that transition, like.
So, first of all, I'm a dancehall artist, a reggae dancehall artist. And the person that I'm having this song with has nothing to do with these two things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Sometimes, depending on who you're having the song with, you have to elaborate. You have to know that person's taste. And you blend the two. Then you have one, which becomes the fusion. And which I did with him. I just sent him the beat and sent him the hook, and then it was easy for him to catch up more than when it was a dancehall or reggae.
Okay.
And then I don't think he would have that attention, because the way he would have flowed on a reggae beat or on a dancehall beat
would have been different.
Would have been different.
Yeah.
And then this Namulo Dara, because it's more of his style, then he is more comfortable on that than reggae or dancehall.
Now I'm trying to portray on the career wise. Sometimes artists, you normally produce music.
Right.
Like for ages you've been producing like reggae songs, dancehall songs. But then the moment you release Namulo Dara, it became a hit song for you. Like now the routine. Why didn't you keep up the routine, or you were just giving out a song with Kabi? That's why you produce that kind of music. You don't want to stick to it, or? I
think I have. After that song, I did I'm a piano song that was 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
I did I'm a piano song, but still that song is not out. And then I have some few Afro songs which is not out, and I have a Mbala song which is not out. I think with that case, after me and Kabi's song, I was supposed to take that lane or do a fusion, but more of staying on my identity as a reggae dancehall artist, because when it comes to even a Mbala bit, I could flow my dancehall flow on it. You get me? So for me, it was more of a delayance from how I involved myself in a label, which wasted my time, and then I think deemed my career more.
Yeah, I was to come to that. Now, you're signing with the label. How did it came about?
So I think they wanted me to join one of their artists' song, which they sent to me and stuff. So I met, there's this guy, I forgot his name, Mosul. His name is Mosul, He linked me up with someone that is, I forgot his name, but that person said, we have 11, label, and he talked about it and stuff. And he's like, okay, the owner of the label is even here. So the owner of the label joined me at the studio when I was recording my part in one of their artists' songs. So he asked me to play him one of my songs, which I did, you know what I'm saying? But you know how labels are, they know how to wrap you up and sweet words and all of them things, you know? So at that point, it was just me alone doing my own thing at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I was there with him. He listened to my song and then he's like, you know, hopes and dreams, you know what I'm saying? Making me think that he's going to do, he's gonna do more of he's gonna boost my career, and which every artist want, you know. But then it was just the opposite. I think that's labels themselves, you know what I'm.
Did you spoke to anybody about it before signing the contract with them?
No, I actually
took advice.
I am a very
from your
smart
uncle, boy, anybody.
Yeah, I did talk to my uncle about it, about this guy, and then I think they even spoke on the phone, because whenever I'm doing something, I like, you know, other ideas too, because they said two head is better than one. But then it was not about any documentation, because for me, I believe you proving yourself to me first. You know, you wanna. This is the period of time. You say within 6 months, this and this is what we're supposed to do. Okay, so now let's do that. After that is done, and then I see some changes on myself and my career, then I would have signed. You know what I'm saying? So the more we started working, the more we become more close relationship-wise, more of like a brother, because I always see him as a brother. But, you know, anytime, you know, my best friend, I'll be like, babe, you know, I think, you know, this guy's not treating me right. I think I'll be complaining to my best friend more about the situation, but, you know, she's a person that always calms the situation down. Let me say, I'm the firecracker, and she's very calm. She always try to say, be more patient and stuff like that. I think I was more patient with the level until to that stage that people think I am not working. You know what I'm saying? Because when they came into my life as an artist, I've already recorded a lot of songs, and I wanted to release an album. You know what I'm saying? So when I started working with them, it's
you
more
have to cancel all of that.
In fact, we didn't cancel, so it was more of working on those songs that I've already recorded. They just put their tag on it. You know what I'm saying? It's more of me already recording the song, and then now what we gotta do is just make the video. And the video too, I think my uncle tipped in at some point. And the other videos, it was just a colleague of mine that is
doing the visual for you free.
Exactly.
Yeah, Timmy. That is Timmy creation.
Exactly. So it's more of, I'm like, okay, what are you guys doing for me? And sometimes some songs is visuals that sell them. You know what I'm saying? So I needed the visual to be better and more good. You know what I'm saying? So if you put a low budget on a video, it's not gonna make sense. So it was more of them making everything a low budget, and which was really annoying and stuff.
You could not hold on it. You have to terminate the contract.
And it was, like I said, it was not like a
contract. You have to.
It was just one day when I called him because I needed money. You know, nigga was like, he didn't pick up the call, and then later he called me and said, Lina, why are you calling my phone? Bro. He was like, why are you calling my phone? Buma fucking a call, why? Mo cheap, man. And this is someone, like me and you, the way our relationship is. Understand, man, I respect everybody. You know, there are certain ways I can talk to my close friend, my best friend, anyhow. But when it comes to guys, I always have that respect for people. You know what I'm saying? So I respect him so much that the way he talked to me was like, I'm like, in fact, I was sitting, I was like, is he talking to me? So I had to call my best friend and say, yo, guess what? This guy just called me, and I told him this, and then this is how he responded. So when he said, Buma fucking a call, mo cheap mom, take call me, I said sorry. Because I wanted to know what's going on. I said sorry. And he started texting me, Lina, you spoiled everything after everything I had for you. Because this is how it comes about, you know. After he had some artists that left the label, I don't know what happened. Oh, that's not my problem. He called me and said he basically want to concentrate on me as an artist now. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay. He said, something about this person will never write to you. He will tell you, I'll call you. Everything is going to be on voice call. So he said to me, yeah, you know, I wanted to talk to you about this. I want to concentrate on you now. This is how I want your image to be. This is how I want you to be dressing as. This is how I want you to portray yourself, which I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? So he said, but I needed to tell you something. You know, I needed you to show me assurance That's how he said it. I need a picture of you and a video of you. You know what I'm saying? This is someone, like I said, I see as a brother. So
a picture, which kind of picture?
Like, if I say a picture of you, that's like first of all, I didn't understand what you mean by a picture of me, because you already have pictures of me as photo shoot pictures. He was like, I need a picture of you and then I need a video of you. I was like, okay. He says, you know what I mean? For assurance. When he said for assurance was when I knew what he meant. But I said, because I still wanted to know, I asked him, what kind of pictures are you talking about? He said, a nude picture and a nude video for assurance. But, you can take your time, to think about it. Yeah, I said, okay. But to be honest, I didn't think about it because I knew
that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not even my boyfriend, even my husband, I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I knew I would never do it, so I've never even tried to think about it. So at some point, a day later, he knew I was never raising that topic. And then he said, have you thought about the thing that I told you about? I said, yes. He says, okay, I'll call you later. In fact, he will not even make you think like, okay, write it down or anything, so you will have evidence or proof or whatever. This person is very smart, I'm telling you. He will only make sure it is on call. But I never thought like our work will go to that extent.
Level, yeah.
So when he called me and said, yeah, have you thought about it and stuff, I said, yeah, I did talk about it, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? He said, okay, I understand. So I knew the energy went from 100 to 0 at that point. You know what I'm saying? So since then, even like if I needed money for something, it's always like Taylor Subala. You know what I'm saying? So I did a hook for someone. I think the person was supposed to send him 150 euro, but he sent like 100 euro. You know what I'm saying?
That was for your payment?
Yeah. Koko muna kone musen koko. So munema I was in Senegal. Munema if that person sent it, then I call you on it. Then I was assistant am yone. Mama okay. I was in Senegal. Mu call munema, do you need the money to be sent to you in Senegal? Oh, I said no. Wait until I get back. So when I got back, I never asked him about the money because I feel like okay, if I'm broke, you be sending me $1,500, $2,000, $2,000. So man, as a person, the magore, I don't wanna ask you. Okay.
For money, and then you know that you are trying. You
are doing the little, you're doing the little you can do for me. So I don't want to ask you and say, okay, last time the payment they sent for me, could you send it to me? I'm broke or something like that. I didn't end up doing that, you know. But on that morning that I called him, he said, what am I call? I think it was more of me needing money that morning that I wanted to ask him. And then he went from 0 to 100. Like, I never expected him to talk to me like that. Because he himself, one thing he taught me was like respect. Never let anyone talk to you anyhow. Respect yourself and people will put respect on you. So the way he talked to me was so disrespectful. But I think also he has problems with dealing with his wife towards me because the wife doesn't want him to work with me, which I understand. I mean, when it comes to the industry, you will not want your husband to be working with a girl, probably a girl like me. Yeah, but I don't.
Meaning?
I don't know. Because one thing I would never do is date with people that I'm dealing with industrially.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to me, I like bad boys. That's my spec. You know what I'm saying? I like bad boys. So maybe, industrial wise, the wife didn't trust me around the husband. So which I understand. I'm a woman, you know?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, was it the time you were signing up with him? Is the time you recorded what's going on, or after you broke up the deal with him?
What's going on was recorded when I was dealing with them. But he was, like I said, he didn't pay for that. What's going on? Recording wasn't paid by him. I recorded that at Singate, and I was the one that paid for it.
Okay, good. Right. So where do you stand now in your career now? What is on par with Lina? Yeah,
I am more of healing because I feel like I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot with this whole music industrial thing. Everyone try to be read aloud you when they're trying to use you instead. You know what I'm saying? And then I just need to keep my watch and keep doing stuff for myself because I feel like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't do stuff for yourself, there are people that will help you, but where are them people at? Because it's like more of everyone that wants to help you wants a piece of you as a woman. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I think I am more focusing on myself. Anything that has to do with, you know what I'm saying, I want to help you. I'm not even interested because I know when they start helping, they want something in return. And this is what I face. This is what I have been facing since.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And because even my level being more of a brother and asking me for a naked video and a naked picture, this is something that is disrespectful for me. And then it's something that is kind of like downgrading to me. But I wouldn't tell him or wouldn't show him because of the respect I have for him. So I think with that, I just don't want to have anything to do with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I'm more focusing on myself and try to see how I could work things out for my own ends.
Yeah. Let's talk about this side of you and Brikama. You know, we can read that most of the artists that are from Brikama, normally, even without going out from Brikama, they normally build their fan base. They normally have everything that they want in Brikama to stage a show. Now, seeing you in the industry, it's true that you are not in Brikama right now, but you're there. Right. Why is it that you will not focus on your Brikama audience and trying to build something in Brikama so that you can at least package something for yourself?
Yeah, for Brikama, you know, it's always a place that I loved and I'm always part of, you know what I'm saying? But there's certain negativity that makes me step back a little bit from them because of the promotional ends, you know what I'm saying? The promoters there are biased, most of them. You know what I'm saying? One of the promoters don't even know me. I think me and him, we never talked, you know? So, they don't talk as much cause and I'm going to ki Hamud Boba. The mom promoter, I'm going to ki Hamud Boba. What did you say? I said, yes, she doesn't know herself. I tried to reach out to her, but she didn't respond. First of all, I don't know you. Okay, let's say I'm having a lot of messages in my phone. You cannot text me, hi Lina, how are you? And I said, I'm fine. And then you expect the conversation to go on without telling me who you are. You know what I'm saying? So, Messenger my messages.
Yeah.
Messenger, I'm not too active there. You know what I'm saying? And the other promoter, which reach out to me always about love issue instead of being focused on, you know,
on promoting
and stuff
and having business with you.
Yeah, but he's more focused on the love life. You know what I'm saying? Way before he got married, till even he get married, and then he's still.
Lina,
no, I'm being honest. It's just about being honest, right? It's a podcast. It's about being honest because I feel like I would never say it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And people always see Lina serious because Lina is not serious. But you don't know what Lina is going through. You know, do not judge the book by the cover. Because being a woman in the industry, I would tell you, is super hard. Because people will always see your body instead of seeing your talent. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that is trying to get closer to you, these promoters, I think they just want to be worshipped. And I would never do that. You need me more than I need you. Okay, let's say we need each other. You know what I'm saying? But do not look at the passionate aspect of it. Let's focus on more of the professional side. But most of them, they don't know how to be professional. You know what I'm saying? So, Brikama cool, not about Brikama. I think what's going on, the video was shot at Brikama. You know what I'm saying? And then I deal with a lot of people over there. And still the love haven't changed. You know what I'm saying? But the promoters that are in charge of there, these are the people that I don't really mess with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't get along with them. Like, for example, you want to put me on a show and you want to pay me like $3,000. I'm sorry for that word, but what? $3,000. Okay, I'm coming for your show, yeah? My taxi is nearly $2,000. And then what I'm wearing is way more than that. Forget about what I'm going to put on my head. So, man, 3,000 bomajo, what benefit is it going to have on me? It's like you want to use people on their own talent. For what? In fact, you are making it look like you're doing them a favor. And 3,000 bob, it's going to take I add before you have that money. Oh, little Lina, it's the Malcolm Prezo. After show, Purila Kodo. Okay. First of all, you're supposed to give me half of the payment before I even come to the show. Let's talk about that. So, but you still want me, you didn't give me shit, but you still want me to wait for the payment for weeks, nearly to a month. Well, you know, there you go. So I don't mess with promoters. Like I don't like most of them. I don't even like them. That's the thing. Because most of them, they'll ask me out and then I'll still not want them. I have taste actually. Industrial people, I don't like taste.
Lina, yo.
No,
I can see that you got a lot inside you that you want to express and talk about.
Because I've been quiet for that long.
Yeah.
You know, and people are judging me saying that man serious. What do you mean man serious? The people I'm dealing with that I'm supposed to work with are making things hard for me. How do you expect me to work then? You know what I'm saying? If I have to do things by myself, even when I was dealing with my label, nearly I was doing everything by myself. They will ask me to reach out to other social medias to promote the song. In fact, they will ask me to do certain stuff by myself. You know what I'm saying? Instead of they doing as the label. So there you go. Being an artist is just hard. Most people,
knowledgeable. I can see that you have a lot of experience in the music industry and you know what you're doing. It's good that you know what you're doing. I'm praying for you to have a good, more success on what you're doing. The reason why I raised the Brikama issue, because most of the people that are from Brikama are more support. They are really supportive on their talents and the artists that normally come from Brikama. So, what is your plan for Brikama like? Because I can see that even without focusing on Combo here and here, the Greater Banjul area, this ends. If you really put the energy that you are putting on your music career, you have a proper management. I know you can pull up a good show in Brikama.
Right.
Even despite the promoters having those issues with you, how far are you working on to put that management there in Brikama?
I think I did in 2018.
No, I'm talking about now.
So listen, I'm talking about my experience over there. Which make me take a step back a little bit. So in 2018, I made my first EP, Mutual Vibe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then there is no promoter that I haven't brought on board with me. But guess what? These are people that doesn't come to the show. And there are certain people that will even assure you that they're going to buy your ticket. And some of them are part of the team. You know what I'm saying? Because we had a fan base at that point of time. But these are people that will not even show up on the day of the event.
Sorry about that.
Do you understand? These are promoters that will claim that they are promoting your show, but they will not show up on the event of the show. You know what I'm saying? So I went through all that in Brikama. I'm like, so I think that show wasn't successful. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't make me feel like I cannot do more, because the downfall of a man is not the end of.
I can also see that those days, if you want to compare those days in Brikama and now, it is music, love, and fan base in Brikama is quite different, totally different.
Yeah, it is. It is very much different. And then I think Brikama people, for some reason, they have always been supporting music. You know what I'm saying? When it go on the right channel. The right channel is that you have to go bring people that are the key in Brikama on board. Do you understand? But nowadays everyone is their own celebrity. That's the problem. Mama fans on celebrity,
I know it like a celebrity will come.
No. Of course it's okay. Man, I am okay with doing everything as long as it's for my own good. But like I said, being a female is the hardest part of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Now, let's talk about in general. Are you welcoming anybody that wants to work with you in your management team to have a structure, professional structure, whereby they will never ask about your beauty or asking out, dating out or stuff like that? Are you welcoming anybody that can come and let's join hands and work with you? Because I can see a great talent in you and the potential that you have. If there is a huge support in your career, you can change a lot. Because you already got the vibe. You have the lyrics, you have the vibe, you have the talent.
Thank you.
And the knowledge and the experience that you are showing right now to the people. I know if you have the right team, a proper team that can manage you and put you there, you can do a lot.
Yeah, sure. I am open to working with people that are professional in whatever they're doing. And the only interest is to make me work, because man, Damabuga Kinga Hamne is gonna be on my ass every day.
Yeah.
Work. I need that person. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you get dull and you feel like you don't want to do anything, but you need that person that will be there to motivate you, to push you. So as long as it doesn't consist of any negativity of being romantically involved, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to no matter how cute you are or whatever you have, don't come to me with love stuffs. I beg. I'm tired. But
Hey, Lina, are you dating right now? In love?
Just
No, I'm just asking. It seems like there is already your heart is already been taken, or you already been taken. Like, come where
You see, it's not. I'm always like this, even if I'm single. You understand? The thing is, I'm just saying. I say, "Love you, baby," and then I blow a kiss. That's my best friend sitting in front of me. That's why. So
I know that.
I don't bring relationship stuff to this. Please.
So Kabila will I not
Astaghfirullah.
But Kabila for Nigeria,
it's not my spec.
It's not your type. No problem.
I'm not gonna type.
Molbe sola no brother.
Juma.
Braham Cham.
Yeah. Bahama is my personal baby. No. Next one, please. Baby, don't get mad, okay? I still love you.
But rumors has it that you and A2, sweet love. Then,
A2.
Then, in A2, then. Are ready? Ready go? Hold my seatbelt, ready go? Yeah, A21. Ready go?
Yeah, I remember me and A2, we even went for a concert at where?
No, I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about, your love story with A2.
I have never had a love story with A2. I have never had a love story. Call. You know what I'm saying?
A2 the admin law is media.
Exactly. I've never had a love story with A2. Artist mom, merci. Industrial wise, merci.
Hey, Lina, it's nice having you here.
Thank you so much.
Like you made my day, man.
You're the one who walk.
Yes, I'm history above. No.
Yeah, but it have not been in the picture. You know how it goes.
Hey, mashallah.
Baby, he said what? Yeah. Baby, you're the only one, don't worry.
Mashallah, really nice having you.
Thank you so much.
Today I'm just kind of having you come be welcome welcome sit down
Ita ka laf kanta diamandera.
Yes. Ngalon ne science and journalist will be commanding ite mum be fo jang.
Iten sotola.
Okay, mashallah. Thanks for coming. For next time.
It.
So right now, Jani be fundila, mune be plan because what's going on fundidale. Nice song. Go and stream what's going on. It's really a wonderful song.
Yeah.
Message is nice. The vibe too nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. What is on the pipeline right now?
The next song that I want to put out. These are songs that I've already recorded. I have a couple of songs already. That some of them are like 2 years old. And there's this song that I want to put out next before Sabaski. I'm not sure yet. It depends on the timeline and the financial situation. I would love to put out Gorbuba. It's a Mbalak song that I did. Baby, last year? Even before last year? Last year. Yeah, it was last year that I did the song, and I feel like it's the right time to put the song out. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, until
You're
next
welcome.
time.